That was tremendous. There's so many eggs there.
As Brian Elrod, a UVM graduate student, rolled his underwater camera, he knew it was a discovery that would be the envy of researchers across the country.
They've got to see this, they've got to see this footage.
What he captured on video is the most promising sign in a century that Lake Champlain trout are once again reproducing and surviving on their own.
Just piles of eggs, about 16,000 eggs per square meter, ranging up to above 30,000 eggs per square meter.
Mind-boggling to fellow researchers who see but a fraction of that in the Great Lakes.
We're astounded, absolutely astounded. And we've shown some of that footage to colleagues in the Great Lakes, and the reaction is the same. What do you guys have in Lake Champlain that we don't have, and can we have some of it?
What Lake Champlain has is a nearly ideal spawning ground at the Grand Isle Ferry Dock. Whether it's the cobbly substrate along the breakwater or the draw of pheromones that flow from the nearby fish hatchery, these UVM researchers say they never imagined they would see anything like this when they set out their first egg traps a year and a half ago.
Very unusual, not just for Lake Champlain, but Great Lakes wide. We've never seen numbers like that.
In the next few weeks, those eggs will begin to hatch, and Ellen Marsden and Brian Elrod will be coming back here to try to catch some of those small trout, called fry, to get a better handle on how many of them are surviving.
But now we have an estimate of how much spawning is occurring at a number of different sites. At the same time, that same year allows us to determine how many predators of lake trout eggs and fry are present at those sites.
Predators like crayfish that eat the fry and sea lampreys that latch right onto the trout, making it harder for the females to produce eggs. But by far the biggest threat worrying researchers is the spread of zebra mussels. Clusters can get so thick the eggs can't settle into the rocks, leaving them exposed and vulnerable. Still, in the last few years, New York and Vermont fisheries biologists are counting more and more native trout. 4% is seen as the benchmark. In Lake Champlain, Brian says it's closer to 10 and growing.
A very, very good indication that natural reproduction is occurring, and those eggs and fry are surviving into the adult stage. Yeah, that's very encouraging.